Hey guys, Jonathan Brown Menzies coming at you from the Linq Auto Collection. It's inside the Linq Hotel in Vegas, right on the Strip. And as you can see right here, it's the world's largest classic car showroom. And most of these cars are for sale. And it's not only classic cars, it's race cars, muscle cars, and just a lot of unique things. I saw on the website before I got here a Rolls Royce from like 1992, a Cadillac from the late 80s. I can see a Pujo over there. So it's not just antique cars, it's kind of a little bit of everything. And look at this, Salina Mustang, that's from like the late 90s. So just going to take a quick browse through here. And when you're in Vegas, this is a good thing to do if you want to get yourself out of the casino. You can't stay in the casino all the time here in Vegas. You got to think of some other things to do to stay occupied. So this is a Pujo French car in kind of like mint condition. You don't see too many of these in the United States. I remember seeing a few when I was a kid. I think they sold them in America until the early 80s. 8,000 miles, and it's for sale for pretty reasonable, only $19,500. Can't really get too close to it. It says do not lean on the ropes. And look at that, a Toyota Celica. See a lot of these around too, but they obviously did a ton of work on this. And let's see. Looks like some of the faster cars here. Shelby Cobra GT 350. And wow, $125,000. It is in mint condition though. Look at that on the inside with the wood grain, the steering wheel. And it looks really sparse by today's standards. Crank up wheel and the gauges all kind of like the old mechanical style, I guess. And this looks like an old Corvette. What is this? Chevy Corvette 427, 435 Roadster. You guys see that? $175,000. So what would you rather have, a house or this car? And these are some really old cars. Wow. I'm not really into these real antiques, mostly because I can't fix anything myself. I can do windshield wiper blades, that's about it. That's why I'd never own an antique car. $149,000 for this 1968 Shelby Mustang. And look at this, a Dodge Charger. And it's unbelievable how the new Dodge Chargers look so similar to these older ones. They definitely took a lot of design elements from this. This is from 1970, Dodge Challenger convertible for $95,000. In a Cadillac, wow. This isn't the one I was thinking of, but this is, look at how long that hood is, and you got the fins both in the front and in the back. And it's funny, with Cadillac, they've really stuck to that same design element, even with the brand new ones with the fins. And this is reasonable, $42,500. Probably about the price of a new low-end Cadillac. Wow, that is a boat. And I think these old cars, I sort of remember when I was a kid seeing these at the gas station, and you have to lift up the back license plate to fuel them up. And let's see, this looks like a Ferrari. Wow, this is pretty cool. Ferrari red. 1966 Plymouth Belvedere 2 Pro Touring. Kind of like a British racing green. Definitely got some, it's like race car seat belts in there. And then this Mercedes convertible, you still see a lot of these around. Somewhat common car. And I can see the AMG wheels. This is, display only, not for sale. Can you guys see that? So it says 500 SL Roadster with the AMG wheels. I don't know what that means. It's got like a special engine, the AMG engine, but I know those are pretty fast. And let's see, work our way down here. What I really want to find is that Cadillac Brougham from like the late 1980s. You still see a lot of them around. And you can buy one used for pretty cheap, like $3,000, even less. Let's see, some different Volkswagens here, an old Beetle convertible, and what do they call this? A cabriolet, Wolfsburg edition. Not for sale, display only. God, it's unbelievable to see these cars in such pristine condition. I guess this is the desk if you want to make a deal, put in an offer. Oh, and this is cool. All set for a ski trip with the luggage rack, and I'm not sure what that thing is on the side. Maybe, I have no idea actually. Some sort of fan, or let's see what it says. Oh, look at that. Thermador car cooler. It looks like maybe you roll up the window and it kind of blows cool air in there. This is an Oldsmobile. What a shame they did away with that brand. And the trunk is missing, or the hood is missing, I guess. But look at that color, royal blue with white leather seats. See what we got over here. Ford Custom Standard Coupe. Pretty cool. And I don't know if I mentioned this, it was $12.95 to get in here. I know there's a discount rate for senior citizens and kids, and then kids under 5 are completely free. So, not bad. I mean, you can stay here as long as you want. Austin Healey. You can't touch the cars, but that's okay, close enough. Another American muscle car. Mustang, hardtop with special wheels on it. And then a Volkswagen Beetle, kind of like race car. Wow, look at those donut-like tires on there. Special exhaust system, and it's got that cooling system again, sort of like the air conditioner. I think that is on the side. And moving on, see, what is this? Chevy Corvette from 1990. This is still a very, very common car. This is a old Cadillac from the 60s, I'm guessing. Jet black, shiny. Cadillac Series 60 Fleetwood sedan for $75,000. Again with the fins. And right next to it is a Cadillac from probably the early 80s. Let's see. And this is a coupe. Kind of when Cadillac had a bad reputation, but there are a lot of people now that do appreciate these cars, the early Cadillacs. Let's see, 1985 Eldorado Touring Coupe, and it's not for sale. Very nice. Look at those seats, like your living room couch there. And an old Chevy truck, an old fire truck, and a Pontiac, what do they call it, a pacemaker? Oh, pace car, that's what it is. Let's see, Thunderbird, 1964 Thunderbird. Look at that huge trunk, Jesus. And another Chevy Corvette from probably the mid-90s. Actually, whoa, this is 2004. This goes to show you they don't really change that much from year to year. It still does look new when it's in this condition, mint clean and waxed. This Cadillac, again, wow, this thing is enormous. God, I would be scared shitless driving this thing. So big. That is a boat. Jesus. Such a long trunk and a long hood. Really stretch your legs out, but still a cramped back seat. 1970 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, not for sale. And then this is a Rolls Royce. I think I remember seeing it on the website. This was a 1992. And this still looks like brand new. The Rolls Royces don't really change that much. Probably got like different headlights now, with the kind of LED lights and a few other minor things. Wow, that looks amazing though, huh? And you know what? You can probably get this thing on eBay for like 25 grand. Let's see what it's for sale for. Ah, it's actually not for sale. pre-production Phantom prototype. And an old station wagon with the wooden sides. Wow. Ford Country Squire station wagon, again not for sale, with a searchlight on the side. And it's actually real wood. Oh, hence the name Woody Wagon. Original cost $2,300. And now oh, it's not for sale, sorry. Again, look at that sparse interior. The dashboard's like just metal. And look at how thin that steering wheel is. No airbags, obviously. And is there any ventilation, heat, or AC? Hard to tell, I don't know. But let's see, Ford truck with huge wheels on it. Oh, look at this. Chrysler, I remember this car. This was actually a really nice car back in its day. It's not that old. What, 1986 Chrysler Executive Limousine. This is awesome. And look at this. These were the cars that had the robot that told you when the door was open. I remember as a kid it said the door is ajar. But you know, I've never seen a stretch limo version of it. Very plush on the inside. Again, that seat looks like your living room recliner. But you never see these around anymore. Never. At least I don't. Probably tells you something about the quality. Cadillac Fleetwood. And it seems like you kind of do see a lot of old Cadillacs around. Not quite this old. This is what? Oh, a 76. You do see a lot of Cadillacs from the late 80s, early 90s. What's this? A Ford, what do you call this old thing? A Ford Probe? Oh, a Ford RS 200. Wow. Looks a lot like a old Acura Integra. Or an old Toyota Celica, too. Wow, it's a shame that these weren't more mass produced. It looks like a really nice car. So let's see, the Marines, the few, the proud. Pretty cool. Oh, it's actually like a moving memorial with names on it. That's really nice. Fueled by the fallen. So these are our fallen Marines, our fallen heroes from Iraq and Afghanistan. That's cool. And Ford military Jeep from 1942, World War II era. So that's what they look like when they were brand new. Okay guys, I'm going to turn the camera off now and turn it back on when I get in this other side room. Guys, we're in a separate room now called the Grand Salon. And this room has a bar with a buffalo over it. And these cars seem to be a little more kind of rare, unique. And this first one here is a car manufactured in China. It's a stretch limo, and as you can see the flags, it was used by government officials like the Chinese president, and it said they let Richard Nixon use one when he visited China. This is what, 1974. Richard Nixon wanted to bring his own vehicle to China to use, but the Chinese government insisted that he use this car because of its superior mechanical ability. And it is similar to kind of like a Cadillac stretch limo of its day. Pretty unique. Or the old Russian, what do they call them, the Russian Zeal cars, or Zlim cars, I can't remember. It's pretty cool though. Look, you can't really see the inside, but I see kind of wood paneling kind of, and wood trim, and otherwise it looks like your standard instrument panel. This is a Lincoln, what's that? Oh, that's something else. Let's see what this is. A Lincoln Premiere Convertible from 1956, and this color is really unique. I wouldn't even call it a sky blue or aqua blue. It's kind of like brighter than that, but look at that. The interior and the exterior match perfectly. The leather and everything with the white and kind of blue leather. But look at some of those instruments there with the buttons. That is old school. But in the summertime especially, you see a lot of these out and about, well preserved. And here it is, a Cadillac Limousine. And Cadillac, the car still chosen by presidents. It's good enough for the big cheese, Barack Obama, Donald Trump now. But it's a lot different than this. Let's see, 1955 Cadillac Series 75 Fleetwood Limousine. And what is this? Oh, this is Elvis's Cadillac. Elvis's Cadillac. Look at that. Try to get a little view of the inside. The windows down, and look at that. The windows in the back are tinted out, but I guess if you're Elvis, you have to do it. And that is jet black. So you knew when this thing was coming through. Somebody important was sitting in the back. One Elvis, and look at this with these kind of torpedo things just coming out at you, like get the hell out of the way. And you know, I never noticed this. See if you can see the little guy there. It's like a, I don't know, a guy. Cadillac did away with that. They just still have their kind of coat of arms on the new Cadillacs. But that's really nice. What is this? An old Bentley, it looks like. And we got a prize winner here. Or is it a Rolls Royce? I don't know. We'll see. It won a blue ribbon for something. Bentley R-Type Custom Sedanka from 1954. And look at that. It's kind of got a removable piece of like roof, so you can turn it into a convertible or a partial convertible. Got this old school cover for the back wheel, and plenty of room back there in the back seat, and a huge trunk. But you can see the resemblance between the brand new Bentleys and Rolls Royces. 1955 Ford Crown Victoria with a glass top. Look at that. That is unbelievable. And I see it kind of like a canvas cover that you can roll up and cover that glass top up. And Crown Victoria now, well, you still see a lot of Crown Victoria police cars, but I think they did away with that, the Crown Victoria model, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe they'll bring it back one of these days. Let's see, look at those wheels, and this is a rare color scheme. You really don't see that around. Again, look at that with the side searchlight. Maybe that's why it first became popular with the police, because of that side searchlight. So let's see, this looks like, what is this, a Mitchell Light 6 passenger touring. God, that is really old, from 1915. This looks like an old Lincoln. Let's see, 1960 Lincoln Continental, in which they just redesigned the Lincoln Continentals, I think this past year, and they look awesome. But this is kind of where the brand heritage started. And if you look at Lincoln, they used to have those fins too, kind of like Cadillac, with the covered black wheel, or the covered back wheel, I'm sorry. Huge back seat, jet black again. And this is an old Rolls Royce, a really old Rolls Royce. God, it's a huge engine, but a kind of a small cab to compare it with. You can see that bottle of wine in there in the back seat. Probably a Grey Poupon in there somewhere too. And Chevrolet Bel Air, kind of a powder blue. And again, the interior, it doesn't match exactly, but it almost does. Chevy Bel Air convertible. Look at these wheels with the, I don't even know what you call those, the spinner wheels. And the same design features as that old Cadillac with the kind of like torpedo things in the front. And this is an old, again, is this a Dodge Charger or? Yeah, old Dodge Charger, and again, looks really similar to the brand new ones. They really stayed true to the brand heritage there. And this looks like a Mustang, Shelby, I don't know, probably featured in this movie. I see Nicolas Cage driving something. Shelby Mustang GT Fastback. Wow, Jesus. Hope they included a radar detector, and it can be yours for inquire. So that's it, guys, from the Linq Auto Collection on the Strip in Las Vegas. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you really like this video and my channel, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.